what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. It is camp time, and Saturday was a big-time practice. Both Taylor and Jake were out there doing the work. Boys, give me some camp takeaways. Lube me up and insert some Tiger knowledge inside of me.
Well,
You go first.
I mean, I don't know.
Feed me, Taylor.
That was so
Give
sexual.
it to me right now.
All right, which position you want to start
Give me
with,
the
T-Bone?
hardest hitting point you have.
Major Burns looks a lot bigger.
Hell
There were
yeah.
some drills the other day. They're kind of using him as a box safety more. There was a couple drills where he was even working with Harold Perkins and Omar Spates at blitzing off the edge type thing. And it's
Like what Greg Brooks was doing last year?
kind of, and it's probably because, like Hester mentioned during the break, Andre Sam looks so good at safety. I mean, Brooks is out right now, but when Brooks comes back, I mean, you're going to have a three-man rotation that you're going to feel comfortable with Burns, Brooks, and Andre Sam. So that lets you move around Major Burns a little bit more.
So Andre
And
Sam.
you needed desperately some safety help as well. Like a veteran safety that is proven and played a lot of college football.
So Andre Sam, like the Joe Fouché of this year, thus far, former Louisiana kid, now had a much different path than Fouché did, having to grind his way up and earn everything. But again, like we've been talking about since we first heard Sam's story, that is one of those guys that has that next level motivation to kind of take the journey that he has and to continue to do everything he can for football.
It was cool to talk to some people around the program after practice because I was asking about it because it's the first time that I've been out there all training camp. And I'm like, hey, tell me about him. He looks great. And they're like, it means so much for him to be on this field in that uniform.
Yeah.
And like we know that, but he's from Iowa and obviously like found his way through a couple of schools to LSU. But it is always something we kind of forget about and we take for granted a little bit. Like growing up, probably always wanting to play for LSU, and then you got to go to a couple of different schools before you get there. And then once you get there, you're kind of a player. Like you're going to be involved in what they do defensively. And you can kind of roll your eyes at this, but that goes like a little extra for me. Like it means something
I think 1,000%.
a little extra for me because of where you're at and the opportunity that you have. And so he's somebody that is going to be crucial because you're looking for a veteran presence. And certainly like Brooks, like if he's out right now, like you're talking about him probably being the first one to trot out there. So yeah, him coming is going to be crucial to LSU.
All right, Jake, give me your hardest hitting takeaway. Feed me.
I mean, a couple of things that kind of stood out to me, the receiver depth, just time and time again, you look up and it's another player making another play. Like we know, obviously, Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas and Kyron Lacey, but Chris Hilton Jr. is somebody that he's flashed for me a couple times in the spring when I went to practice. He flashed again at this practice that I went to. He's got a great rapport with Garrett Nussmeier because that's who he's in there with a lot of the time, and they connected a couple of different times, and he's a player that might be the fastest on the football field. And so, like, I wonder what he can do for LSU, like where he can line up, how he can find his way into getting reps. Yes, into getting reps with the one offense because I do think he is a real weapon just because he's got something that you can't coach, and that is just top-end speed. So he flashed for me. And then, again, the guy that I was most excited to see before training camp started, Aaron Anderson. He's different than the other receivers, which is good. It's a good thing. Like he is someone because LSU's got big receivers, big physical receivers. All the receivers that we're talking about, they are large humans. They have big bodies. Okay. Well, Aaron Anderson is 5'8", 190. Like he gives you a little bit something different. And there was a great play. It was a scramble drill. Nuss is getting the ball and he's rolling to the right because I think he had something from the backside that forced him out of the pocket. And Aaron Anderson, scramble drill, what do you do? Well, you turn up, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's running an out route. Well, he turns up, and then the DB just flies because of his speed, and then he breaks it back down like on a comeback, and the DB just keeps going for like 6 yards because he can't stop on a dime like Anderson did, catches the ball for about an 18-yard gain.
Wow, so him and Nuss are on the same page, even though he turned up but then changed it into a comeback?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was nice, man. It was a really good play, and he flashes for you when you go out there, so again, I don't know how he's going to be implemented into the offense. We know with the return game, that's what we've talked about a lot, but there is something there. It's not just camp hype, in my opinion. He is a special player, special talent. If you, kind of like we're talking about with the Saints, utilize his skill set to the best of the ability, I want to see what that kind of looks like.
What the battles between the lines look like, boys?
Well, more even. I think the defense had a lot of push, but I mean, the offensive line held their own. They're going against one of the best defensive lines, hopefully, in college football. But
Certainly
the O-line's
interior.
got more depth than I thought they would. They're probably 8 deep right now.
What about the edge? Anybody? How's that edge rotation looking thus far?
Trying to think who was in there.
I like Ovia Gofu.
He was
Big-
in there
yeah.
probably a majority of the time
Big
when I
number
was
2.
out there.
He's big, huh?
Swinson's out there a lot as well, but Ovia Gofu kind of seems like he's the guy right now.
Gofu coming over from Texas.
They had
Swinson
number
coming over from
changes, and so
Oregon.
so Ovi wore 13 in the spring, I believe, and
17.
now 17. Is that what it was in the
17
spring? I know it was
in
a
the spring.
teen number.
He's 2.
Well, now he's 2, and so I'm
Swinson's
like,
13.
I'm like the old guy out there, like, hey, can I get a number chart out here? Because
You get Dan Marino rushing the passer?
whoa.
No, I'm saying he's
That's
wearing
what I wore.
13?
That's what I wore in high school, sir.
Playing nose?
Playing everything.
You know what I'm saying,
Nose,
when you were playing
backer,
nose?
running back. Yes.
You wore 13 playing
Yes.
defense?
Yes.
Does that not offend anyone else?
No.
13 playing defense or playing edge?
No, just 13 playing defense
Nah, man.
anywhere.
Oh, man.
No.
Ron
What?
Brooks,
Yeah, Ron
Dwayne
Brooks.
Oh, I
Thomas.
forgot about Ron. That's
Immediately
right.
I mean,
comes
those
out
Ron
guys,
Brooks.
Corey Webster.
Yeah,
Ron-
she would
Ron's
have wore
guys-
13,
Ron's
bro.
an 07 legend. That's true. That's on me.
these
I
guys-
apologize. Still, well, okay, fine. Then let's zoom in on the D line then.
Dude, we're
okay.
at 53
13,
over here.
13 on the edge is bad.
It's weird.
Yeah, 53 is about to go through a
But, I mean,
cultural renaissance. Such as
finally.
Lance Hurd. Let's go, dude.
Since the number changes, it's not as weird. Like Caleb Vaughn wore 18, Ojulari wore 18. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
I don't like any of it really.
Yeah.
Ali Gay wore 11 last year.
Actually, Ali always looked good in the 11s because
Well,
he's so tall.
I'm
and
pretty
then
sure he looked
11's
good
a tall
in
number.
73, okay?
Yeah, but it's
My
because
God.
it gave him 11 gave him added verticality. 13 feels
Verticality.
odd. Shout
Okay.
out Corey Webster. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, that felt real disrespectful.
I actually that was one of my favorite videos I saw over the week. It was Corey talking to the DBs, kind of tell them what they need to hear.
He's
a little
kind
bit.
of the godfather of DBU. I mean, I know there's ones before him. I don't want to be disrespectful, but like C-Web and TD, they were kind of the guys that made it like, okay, man, it's cool to play DB at LSU.
Yeah. And he won a natty. He won a
All-American.
Super
I think he was
Bowl.
a two-time
All-American.
All-American,
Yeah,
if
he
I'm not
was. He's
mistaken.
incredible. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.